India, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. Requesting Mr. Venkaiah Naidu to please take a seat. Mr. Naidu was deeply interested in the welfare of the common man, particularly the farmers, the downtrodden section, since his college days. During his 3 decades in public life, Mr. Naidu has held several positions with distinction, including heading parliamentary committees. And having served as the NBF minister as well during the ascent of the Modi government, Mr. Naidu will have a unique perspective to the entire journey which media has witnessed since post-independence era. I'm requesting Arnab and our NBF leadership team to please bring Mr. Venkaiah Naidu up on stage to get the future of news.
Summit began with the lighting of the lamp ceremony. We're beginning with the lighting of the lamp ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, requesting the entire NBF leadership along with Venkaiah Naidu ji to do the honors.
Thank you, Venkaiah ji, for being with us. And I'd like Arnab to say a few words and introduce the Honorable Mr. Venkaiah Naidu to give his keynote address. Arnab.
All yours, Arnab.
Thank you. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Niranjan. And thank you, everyone, for being with us on this wonderful Friday morning when we are holding the first conclave of the News Broadcasters Federation. Respected Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, good morning and thank you for taking the time and the effort. I know you have just returned from an international trip and you have changed your schedule to be with us this morning, and all of us at the News Broadcasters Federation are very grateful for this gesture of yours, Venkaiah ji. So big round of applause for Venkaiah Naidu ji for agreeing to inaugurate this session and being our first speaker. Venkaiah ji, and to all the industry stalwarts, members of the media fraternity of the country, my dearest colleagues at the NBF, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just say a few words about the News Broadcasters Federation. We have felt in this country a crying need for a balancing in the media narrative. We have felt for a very long time that there is a lack of balance in the representation of media in this country. This country speaks many languages, has tremendous diversity, and for decades, centuries, publishers and broadcasters in several languages have been working tirelessly in different parts of the country to convey the news to respective audiences. But they have not got enough representation at the national level. We felt about 3 years back that it is time to balance the narrative. It is time to create a federation which truly gives a voice to those who are working in the media, giving the people who are voice, but who have not had a voice themselves. So to give all of these various channels across the country and news organizations across the country a voice, we created an association. When we created an association, we did not call it an association, because an association is a trade body. We don't see ourselves as a trade body. We see ourselves as a representation of the diversity of this country. So we didn't call it an association, we deliberately called it a federation. This is therefore the News Broadcasters Federation. It represents the federal spirit of this country. And I must say today, it gives me so much pride to say, when we have meetings of the NBF, people join on the Zoom call from diverse parts of the country with their own perspectives. And sometimes people ask me, what is it like running the NBF? I said, it is more complicated than a coalition government. But I can tell you it's more stable than most coalition governments in this country, because everyone comes together for that common purpose. Sir, we are delighted today to tell you that no news organization in this country has ever organized a national event at this scale ever, and we have worked tirelessly to make this event happen. We want to give voice, so I want to also thank all my various fantastic colleagues at the NBF for giving me this opportunity. Through the day we will have wonderful sessions. We have some of the biggest names, Venkaiah ji, from the media, news, business and industry who are joining us today. Several people are there. I see three of my close friends here, Mr. Vikram Sakhuja, who has traveled all the way. We have Mr. Shashi Sinha, who is from IPG and also the chairman of BARC, and therefore very important to us. And we have PK, who is the CEO of Group M in South Asia. These are people who have supported the news industry for years and seen various ups and downs of the news industry. Venkaiah ji, the fact that so many stakeholders are coming on one platform leaves me with one conclusion, which I will wrap up with. Why are so many important people from the industry here today? Because they believe in the news. They believe in the news. News is the fundamental instrument of democratic change in our country. And we are here today to strengthen the news and strengthen the country's democracy. So a big thank you to all of you, and a big round of applause for the News Broadcasting Federation. Thank you very much, and let's have a wonderful day. Let's have a wonderful day, and we all look forward to your speech, sir. You've been MIB minister before you became vice president. You are really passionately involved with the media, so we look forward to hearing you, sir. They'll soon invite you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnab, for that. We are sure that Mr. Venkaiah Naidu will have a very unique perspective today of the entire journey which Arnab spoke about, the entire journey which Indian media has witnessed since post-independence, the economic liberalization, and since the COVID pandemic, when soft services and the role of all media has become more prominent and consequential more than ever. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu will address us today and tell us about his unique perspective and his thoughts of where our fourth pillar of democracy is headed. Requesting Mr. Venkaiah Naidu to please address our gathering today, sir.
Namaskar. Sri Arnab Goswami, Sri Varun Das, Sri Venkaiah Bhuyan Sharma, Jagrati Panda, Kartikeya Sharma, CEOs of various media groups, brothers and sisters. I am very happy to be amidst you all today, this morning. When Arnab told me that there is a conference. I was a little worried because it may clash with my program. But finally, when we finalized the program to Singapore and Malaysia, as a prior commitment, it worked out so well that I could come back yesterday. And today morning, I could join you all. Just now, Arnab explained to us about the News Broadcasters Federation. It is the largest news federation with over 55 members. What I find heartening is that your organization has maximum presentation from regional broadcasters across the length and breadth of the country. I got freedom on August 11th, so I will do away with this protocol prepared speech, and I'll try to speak extempore from my heart what I feel about the media and its role and responsibility. Earlier, because of the constitutional responsibility, there is a set amount of protocol, and the speeches, of course, they were discussed, but they are prepared because they say it's better to have a written speech. It was little difficult for me, but we managed somehow. But now, as I told you, I have freedom. My views about media organizations, management is very simple. The media has to be neutral. It should neither be left or right. It should be straight, simple. Number one. Number two, the media must have a passion for the nation, and they must do it with perfection. Passion for the nation, it's like a service. So passion for the nation, take it as a mission without expecting any commission or doing any omission or giving any remission. That should be the passion. Politics, media, education, health, these are the sectors where people used to take it as a mission. A lot of changes have come in politics. That missionary zeal is diluted. There is a change in the attitude of the medical profession also. We have seen in COVID how certain people have done a great service, certain people have exploited the people. And also, we have seen the media also over the years. A lot of people, they start channels. I am very happy, a lot of national, regional channels. I always feel hesitant to call it as regional. What is regional? Of course, we are a federal country. We have different states. All of us come together because we believe that we are one nation. India, that is Bharat. These languages of India, they should be really encouraged because they are the language of the people. When I became chairman of Rajya Sabha, I told them also, you can speak in any language of your choice. First to start with 22 languages in the schedule. And there is a translation. System is being worked out to make it perfect, and people started feeling comfortable. Because at the end of the day, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, people in the countryside, they know only their language. Very few people know English. I am not against English, but my preference is always for a mother tongue. First mother tongue, then brother tongue, afterwards any other tongue, no problem. Because people understand their mother tongue better, easily, and they are able to articulate better in their mother tongue. That's why wherever I go, I stress on this. People should be allowed to speak in mother tongue, should understand. Now with this new technology, with this allow grammar, whatever you call it as, you speak in Hindi, Telugu, and then little away you will be speaking in their mother tongue also. That is the day I want to see that perfection. Everybody must be able to speak in their mother tongue. It's channels. That way has got a greater responsibility and you are doing a great service to the people. The mother tongue is like eyesight. The other language, English, is like spectacles. If you have eyesight, spectacles will work. If you don't have eyesight, even if you wear Ray-Ban glasses also, zuban se kuch aayega nahi. This is the plain truth. So keeping that in mind, I am happy that there are a lot of channels growing across the country in the respective national, regional languages, local languages. And that trend should be encouraged further because they reach people, come closer. A lot of channels are being started. So the people, they come to me, sir, message. As INB minister, I experienced it. Later even as vice president also, some friendly people, they come and ask for a message. I give them simple message in Telugu, I say it, Satyaniki daggaraga, Sancharananiki duranga. Satyaniki daggaraga means be nearer to the truth. Sancharananiki duranga means keep away from sensationalism. Sensationalism is senseless. So you have to be always nearer the truth. And second opinion, strong opinion I have is that both news and views should be separate. Not the same channel, but or same newspaper, but news has to be news, undiluted, without giving any color. And then views, of course, there is an editor, there is an editorial page, there are articles also, even Naidu write articles also. And people should be left with have their own judgment. That is my second point of view. And thirdly, nothing can be done free, as I said, because no commission and all. You can't run the newspaper or a channel freely, na? Because they are not freely available. Newsprint also is becoming costly, and also the channels also. But it should be reasonable in the broader sense of serving the people. And information, passing on the information to the people. Because information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. This has to be understood by one and all. Information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. You just inform and you make it headline and then leave it. That's not good. The media people, I also was the spokesperson of the political party for some time, and I was in BJP. So the media people, some of them, they feel that they are knowledgeable more than anybody else, and they can question. You must question, otherwise there is no. It's like a parliament without opposition. So questions has to be there, and then you must analyze also, and then give your opinion also. But questioning, as I told you, to strengthen democracy, you need opposition. You need other voice. But it should be voice, not the noise. In Parliament also I tell the friends, Babu, whatever you want to say, say. Talk out. If you disagree and not satisfied, walk out. Talk out or walk out, but don't do breakout. Because breakout ultimately will lead to all out of democracy. Same thing with regard to media also. You argue, let there be other person be given an opportunity, counter argument, then analyze, some experts, so Visleshana, analyzing in a better sense. That is very much required so that the people can come to a judgment. But unfortunately in the media, particularly in the print media, we see a lot of people, they combine views and news. Even in the channels also I see some that channel has a view. Yes, you are right, you have a view. But it should be your view only. Don't portray it as a national view. Whether it is national or irrational or rational. That should be decided by the people, the viewers. They are the supreme bosses. In a democracy, people are the ultimate. My dear friends, one is the Constitution, second is the rule of law, third, as I told you, being nearer to truth, on the side of the truth, and fourth one is we must stand by the oppressed and suppressed and depressed people. We must give voice to the voiceless. We must also give importance to the end of the gender discrimination. 50% of the people are women, so they should be given their rightful place. Their issues, their concern should be highlighted in a proper perspective manner. And also, there are problems in different regions of the country, in different nature. Yes, they should also be given voice and then special analysis. And coming to the languages, of course, as I told you, mother tongue, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayali, Marathi, Assami, Punjabi, Bhojpuri, Dogri, all these languages are important. At the same time, we, as a nation, we should also try to promote our other languages. You learn your language, be proud, promote, but at the same time try to learn as many languages as possible. It's not possible for everybody to learn more and more languages, but try to learn one more or two more languages. Try to speak languages which are dominant in the country, which a large number of people speak. Hindi, Bangla, Tamil, Telugu, like that, many. I am not giving any grading. So this, if you are familiar with more languages, you are more comfortable. More opportunities will come to you, more information. And then, when I go to that side, deeper south, because you know political divide, some people have strong views. Why should one learn Hindi? My answer is very simple. I gave a formula to them also. One, no imposition. Second, no opposition. That should be the position. No imposition of any language. But at the same time, no opposition to any language. Why should we oppose any language? I am a strong, ardent admirer of mother tongues, but at the same time, I don't have opposition to English. It's an international language. In certain places, you need to know English. So we should not oppose anything. Why we stress more on that is that we must have a Indian mindset, not English mindset. Because after all, we are Indians. That is one important aspect I would like to bring to your notice. And then rule of law. Everybody should follow the rule of law. Nobody can be above law. Either a politician, or elected representative, or selected representative, or media, everybody should follow the rule of law. This federation, which is formed with a wide representation from different states and different languages of the country, it needs to be strengthened. I hope that more and more people join, come together, discuss, and also should really follow the true principles and essential principles of freedom of press, and should be in the vanguard of protecting democratic structure of the country, and also promote national integration. अलग भाषा अलग वेश फिर भी अपना एक देश, विविधता में एकता भारत का विशेषता. Irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion and region, we are Indians, we are Bharatiyas. That sort of principle has to be kept in mind. During the COVID, the media has played a great role. The medical fraternity and the media was able to pass on the information to the people and also worked as a link. So I compliment the media and do not cross the Lakshman Rekha. Nobody should cross the Lakshman Rekha. All of us should follow the democratic principles and also abide by the Constitution. Nothing wrong if you want to change in Constitution, you can argue for that, you can put forth your point of view, because our Constitution has been changed a number of times, amended also. But at the same time, whatever is in vogue, we should respect that. This has to be kept in mind by one and all. My dear friends, I don't want to give a long lecture. This federation, this meeting inauguration is meant for discussion, exchange of views, to strengthen journalism, to strengthen the cause of the people, to exchange for better ideas, because exchange of ideas will always help us to strengthen our resolve. And we can also hear success stories from different regions and different states. And knowing those success stories, methods they followed, the others can also improve better or give their ideas to others. That's why I'm always happy with an exchange program and with a conference like this. My dear friends, of course, though I have completed my tenure on August 11th, as I said, I am retired, but not tired. I'll be going around the country, meeting people, greeting people, talking with people, walking with people, spending time with the people. That is my favorite pastime. I'll continue. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, for that wonderful, wonderful opening address. Gentlemen, let's put our hands together again for Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji for being here and delivering that from the heart, passionate opening address on news media. Thank you, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, for gracing us with your presence. All right, with that cracker of an opening address, it's time to kickstart the NBF National Conclave for the day. And with the first session, we're just getting ready for the first session. I'd like to invite my colleagues Uday and Niranjan to tell you all about what this first session of NBF National Conclave is all about. Uday and Niranjan.
Thank you very much, Krishna. Yes, after that opening address by the former Vice President of India, Venkaiah Naidu, who's really set the tone and tenor through his classic and, of course, customary one-liners, talking to you, of course, about where the media is headed, where the fourth pillar of democracy is headed. And now, the first panel of the day is actually about the theme of today's inaugural NBF Conclave, Future of the News Industry. Yes, that's the topic for the first panel of the day. The discussion is of utmost importance in order to capture the true potential, scale and scalability of the news media in India today. The future of news media must bring together a mutually respected collaboration, remember, ladies and gentlemen, of individuals who ensure that the business of news is free and fair from any undue influence, as Venkaiah ji just stated as well. And this is no ordinary feat. This is not easy to achieve. For the ecosystem to reap and rise to its true value proposition, it's very crucial to have India Inc. as an equal partner. This is something that cannot be done alone. In the news genre, for advertisers also to give it more importance than simply entertainment. And for news as well, to command the trust, to earn the trust and respect of its patrons across the country. We truly have a remarkable panel to start off the conclave. They're all part of this inaugural session. Niranjan will give you more details about them. But first, let's quickly have a look at this special AV telling you more about this inaugural session.
Is a fountainhead of potential. Indian news media is ready to grow the global order.